Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Full Metal Crown Eaters, brought to you by Veterans Anonymous and sponsored by Mad Viking Beard Mustache Company. The views and opinions expressed on Full Metal Crown Eaters do not, and I repeat, do not directly reflect the views and opinions of Mad Viking or Veterans Anonymous. Someone will be offended at some point during this broadcast. You have been warned, don't be a dick. So sit back, relax, enjoy, have fun, and interact. Yeah, we like that shit. The show will start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Get ready to move your noodly appendages.
God has a hard-on for Marines.
Double time! Push! Yeah! Oh, pump me up! Pump me up! Don't let me down! Don't let me down! Oh, pump it up! Oh, pump it up! All around! All around! 2 dash! 2 dash! 96! 96! 2 dash! 2 dash! 96! 96! 1, 2, 3, 4! Marine Corps! 1, 2, 3, 4! Marine Corps! Army Navy was a not for me! Marine Corps! Air Force was just a too easy! Marine Corps! What I need was a little bit more! Marine Corps! I need a life that is hardcore! Marine Corps! Parasailing where it all began! Marine Corps! A little rock with a lots of sand! Marine Corps! I can't forget about Hollywood! Marine Corps! San Diego, and it's all good! Marine Corps! PG drill all day long! Marine Corps! Keep me running from a desk to dawn! Marine Corps! 1, 2, 3, 4! Marine Corps! Tell me now what you're waiting for! Marine Corps! 1, 2, 3, 4! Marine Corps! Now I'm gonna sing it some more! Marine Corps! First phase, it broke me down! Marine Corps! Second phase, I started to come around! Marine Corps! Third phase, I was lean and mean! Marine Corps! Graduation standing tall in my green! Marine Corps! To anybody who asks me why! Marine Corps! Here's to them, or here's my reply! Marine Corps! I'll be a Marine till the day I die! Marine Corps! Motivated and a simplified! Marine Corps! So 1, 2, 3, 4! Marine Corps! Tell me now what you're waiting for! Marine Corps! 1, 2, 3, 4! Marine Corps! Listen up, I'm gonna sing it some more! Marine Corps! I turn terror to the Bellow Woods! Marine Corps! We're making history so it's understood! Marine Corps! Iwo Jima to a Guadalcanal! Marine Corps! Kicking butt just to everywhere! Marine Corps! Frozen chosen to the Ho Chi Minh! Marine Corps! I think it's time that we do it again! Marine Corps! Beirut, Lebanon! Marine Corps! I think it's time that we get it done! Marine Corps! 1, 2, 3, 4! Marine Corps! Tell me now what you're waiting for! Marine Corps! Peace, Marine Corps! Went to Vietnam! Went to Vietcong! Smoked a lot of grass! Smoked a lot of ass! Yep! 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 1, 2, 3, 4! United States Marine Corps! Super 5! Super 5! Do or die! Do or die! Turn up the volume! Turn up the volume! Just like a radio! Just like a radio! Hi-fi stereo! Hi-fi stereo! Pump it up! Pump it up! In the front! In the front! Pump it up! Pump it up! In the middle! In the middle! Pump it out! Pump it out! In the rear! In the rear! What that gear? What the gear? What's that sound of the Delta Dome? Say on what's that running down your back? Juicy! Juicy! How you like them fucking apples, America?
Hello, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Full Metal Crown Eaters, brought to you by Mad Viking Beard and Mustache Company. As you can see, there's no Kyle tonight, so I'm just going to watch the viewers start dropping off. There's no Kyle tonight because he is at home. He is relaxing before he starts the last leg of his journey across the country. Hey, Randall. He will be in Ohio next Saturday. He will be in Carroll County. So, Erica, you will get to see him on your special day. So tonight's going to be a little different. Tonight's going to be a little hard on me. Tonight is going to be a story that I've been hiding. Um, uh, I hope those pickles get here. Hiding from myself. Uh, it's uh, one of my Damien. One of my biggest issues I have. One of the things that haunts me. The story I'm about to tell you is not easy for me to say. Um, Hi, Jim. Um, it's not easy in any sense. So, all throughout high school, I was a standout track athlete. Um, We're gonna start in high school. I was a standout track athlete, pole vaulter, state 3 times. Always on top of my game, whatever I've done. Um, I've done things from pro bull rider, pro bowler, to even a sponsored skateboarder at one point. Anything that I've put myself into, I've always gone full bore. Um, the same way with Save 22. Anything that I've put myself into, I go full bore and try to be the top of my game. Um, so going back to the high school, I'm the standout athlete. I turned down 2 scholarships to go to the United States Marine Corps. 2 scholarships I could have had to D1 schools for track. Turned them down to go to go to the Marine Corps. There's a whole different monster in the Marine Corps. Uh, get to Paris Island, Golf Company, 2nd Battalion, Platoon 2016, plus 1995, 2016 is my platoon. I get stuck because of my last name with a man by the name of Heisel. Heisel would have been the equivalent of Private Pile in Full Metal Jacket. Heisel could not do anything right. Great guy, but couldn't do anything right to Marine Corps standards. So anytime Heisel got in trouble, I got in trouble. I know this is going back a little far, but uh, on top of that, Heisel, every time he got in trouble, I got in trouble. Every time he went to core deck, I went to core deck. So I was being looked at negatively because of a fellow Marine of mine. Um, so my initial Marine Corps experience was very tough because when he got pitted, I got pitted. When he got quarter decked, I got quarter decked. And it never seemed to straighten out. And it was a huge mental stress on top of the stress of being in boot camp. Fast forward to graduating, going through comm school, first time I hurt my back. I started to doubt why I was there. Um, Bro, selection. You get it. You get that one guy, and just because. But anyways, I'm gonna go on. The first time I hurt my back was in comm school. Kind of got picked on a little bit there. uh, because I hurt my back. Uh, I wasn't used to being the average person, the not standing out. I was underweight. I was 145-pound Marine. Um, double rations the whole way through. You know, medium PT. I didn't run as fast. I know track star, but I didn't do distance as well. Um, didn't I did well on the push up sit up stuff. I was in a 300 PFT because my run time did lack. I wasn't used to distances. I wasn't used to 3 to 4 miles and stuff. So uh, I wasn't used to being middle of the road. And my personality, if you know, I'm not that. I'm more. The name says indifferent. That's how I am. That's how I have been for a long time. I'm not a uh, very outspoken person, but I can speak from the heart. And when I do have something to say, it's very important. Um, so I get to the fleet, and see, I have something sitting here. It's just reminding me of something, and I'm getting to it. And this show will not be 2 hours long, by the way. Um, I get to the fleet, and we do a 26 mu workup. For you guys who don't know what a 26 mu is a ship. It's when you're going out on float. I was going to the Mediterranean. This is great. I'm going to see the world. It's going to be good. I get attached to a line company. A line company is an infantry company. Was attached to Alpha Company 1-8. Boat. We were a boat company. We had a boat platoon, a boat platoon, a helo platoon, um, scout swimmers, stuff like that. So yeah, Marine Expeditionary Unit, MU. Um, thing about that, I was on a LHA, which was a landing helo assault ship. LHA-4 USS Nassau, very small ship, very tight quarters, very small berthing area. I happened to be put with headquarters company right next to boat platoon and stay platoon. Um, Somehow became the butt of every one of their jokes. And I'll tell you what happened. I'm embarrassed by everything I'm telling you right now because as a man, as a Marine, I'm embarrassed to tell you that I was bullied for 6 months. Um, didn't say hardly anything to anyone about this. Drop the mag, yes. Um, this this issue started very early because I stood up for a fellow Marine. It got to points where they would put certain people put magic shave uh, in my hair while I was asleep, so that when I woke up, that um, if you don't know what magic shave is, it chemically burns the hair from your body. So it chemically burned like a big bald patch in here at one point. So instead of saying, "Hey, I didn't tell, I didn't say a word," I just shaved my head and took getting in trouble for having an eccentric haircut. Of course, we're on ship, so it doesn't matter, right? Um, we it didn't matter. We're on ship, so we're getting ship haircuts anyways. They said the barber messed up, but you know, uh, I had bottom rack. They would mess with things. There was verbal abuse. It was the height of hazing, but I did not say anything because I'm a Marine, I'm a man, and I'm not going to be that person. 6 months on the ship with this same group of people. Um, like, this is hard. I don't. I want you guys to understand this is really hard to portray what went on. Um, at one point, I looked forward to going to port. That way, I could get away from these guys. And I figure if they were messing with me, they were leaving uh, private good alone or private Buells alone. They were leaving other people alone, and they had me fine, whatever. I was going to take it. Um, I was just going to take it, but I was a man, and I wasn't. And if I stood up, because I did stand up a few times, it just got worse. And at one point in our deployment, we get to Malta, small island off the coast of Italy, Spain. most beautiful women I've ever met in my life were there. Great place, but we left straight from there to Africa. If you don't know about the Mediterranean, for us to go to the Congo in Africa, we had to dip down below the equator. So, you do your shell back, and that's a whole different kind of hazing. That's fun hazing. Um, so we dropped down. Uh, we ended up spending 115 days at sea without going to port. Can you imagine not being able to get away from tormentors for 118 days? Um, we pulled into Rosie Roads, Puerto Rico in May of 1997 for washdown. During that time, I went out with a couple good friends that I did have. Um, the private goods, the private mules. Um, got a little intoxicated one night. Got a lot intoxicated that night. So this is from May 17th, 1997. This piece of paper right here. This is a night that I would love to forget. Um, medical record. From a medical record. 20-year-old comes to BAS with cuts, abrasions on right hand. Patient states I was cleaning vomit from underneath my rack and dropped it on my hand 3 times. Well, patient admits to alcohol consumption. Yeah, I was drunk. Uh, I didn't throw up. It was the guy next to me, the rack next to me. I was cleaning it up. But my tormentors that night decided that it was great to pick on me even harder because I was drunk. To the point where I threw the mop at a mirror, breaking the mirror and grabbing the shard of glass and chasing a few of them with it. Medical doctor called to see the patient for homicidal and suicidal idealizations. I left the birthing area in shower shoes, blood dripping from my hand, found my way to the ship's hospital. Um, I spent 2 days on suicide watch, and it took them another 3 days before they let me go back down to the birthing area till they felt that I was calmed down enough because of my tormentors, my issues that I'd had in the last 6 months, and it's all here. And I wasn't the only one who noticed. I just found out that I have buddy statements being written now. See, I'm going through this VA process of, and this is one of those things where I have to write a statement letter, and everything that I just told you is in the statement letter. Everything that I've gone through is in the statement letter. This is my story. This is why I look for acceptance. This is why I try so hard to please everybody. This is why I am the way I am, and I try to stay so neutral when conflict arises. I don't want to go through this stuff again. But I find myself now in life where I'm doing this again. I'm just holding back and I'm not saying anything because of, hey, if everything's all right with me, at least they're leaving somebody else alone. Um, uh, I today have issues where I don't want conflict because of this stuff that I've gone through. It's easier for me to say to ignore it or try to push it off than it is to try to deal with it in my mind. Um, I have people in my life who remind me of some of my tormentors that I cannot face in a negative way without feeling uh, the way I did that night, the way I did for those 6 months. I loved the Marine Corps. I loved everything I did in the Marine Corps, but those 6 months were hell. And it's nothing like a vet who went through combat. Those 6 months haunt me. Those 6 months were the ones that I have nightmares about. Those 6 months are why I am the way I am today. I've held a gun to my head more times than I like to count because of those 6 months. And it wasn't all bad. 118 days when you can't get away, that ship is small. You can't find a way or get away. Um, it's different. It's had we been able to go to to a port or whatever, um, things might have been different for that night. But this was the night things changed for me in the Marine Corps. Um, I often have, uh, yeah, I'm healing here, Randall. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm healing, and I figured tonight was the night to do it since Kyle couldn't be on the show, and um, I got shit to get off my chest. I mean, I'm the face of this organization. I'm just as broken as the guys that I talk to. I'm going through a healing process right now. This is part of it. Um, Started equine therapy. And let me tell you, it is an amazing process. I went today. I was, yeah, it does get heavy. And right now I feel a lot lighter and I feel a lot better. Um, it, this may not seem like a whole lot to all you guys, but this was a hell of a lot of weight that sits on me. Um, I've been facing my demons here lately, not only in my dreams, but in real life. In my dreams, I've shook their hands and smiled in their faces. And I'm going to continue to do that. And I'm going to continue to push for my brothers and my sisters out there. My sisters need to be heard. They can't be falling on deaf ears. These women sign up for the same shit as us men. They do the same shit as we do. They're in combat positions now. These women now, not only on top of that, deal with sexual assault, sexual abuse, um, the misogynistic ideologies that come into the service. I think women veteran have it a little bit rough. I'm not going to say they have it rougher than we do, but they carry a burden too, and their voices need to be heard. And I'm getting rid of my weight. They need to get rid of their weight. We need to be there to listen for them too. Um, I'm sorry the show's so serious tonight. You guys come on here for comedy, and comedy comes in a dark place. Well, this is my dark place. Um, I went through 2 divorces. Uh, my first two was because they gave me attention, and I was seeking the acceptance and seeking um, a feeling of being wanted, but it was false. And I was angry, and I was mean, and I was a terrible person. Um, Been through anger management twice because of this stuff. I've been down the road. I've been on depression and anxiety medicine since I've been out of the Marine Corps. Since uh, there hasn't been a time that I haven't fretted or worried about something. I'm on that healing process now. And if you're watching this and you're hearing me tell my story, you can be on that healing process too. I'm not going anywhere. That gun's not coming to my head no more. This night's past me. Everybody knows about it. You can look at me and say, hey, he can do it. I can do it. I can tell my story. Don't hide your story. Do not hide your story. Come to us. I will listen. Shane will listen. JR will listen. Jason will listen. Do not be afraid to come to us. Man, woman, transgender, gay, I don't care. I'm here. I'm human. I hurt too. Come to us. We're here for that. You've heard Kyle say that I wouldn't let him give up on his run. There's a reason. I'm not physically doing that run. Kyle, you're carrying my burden with you, man. You're carrying that burden with you. You're running for people like me. You're running for people like Shane. You're running for people like Randall. You're running with a purpose. And I can't wait to see you and hug you, brother, because I love you. And that's why I do this show with you. This is our therapy. I miss the nights that you're not here. I miss that you're not home to do the show. I know you have important things to do with the family right now, but I want you to see this later on and know that I love you and that you are doing this for all of us. You're doing it for Kelly. You're doing it for, you're doing it for me. You're doing it for Albert. You're doing it for Van. You're doing it for the ones who can't. Keep on going, brother. You're almost there. I will be here next Saturday when you roll in, and I'll be there at the finish line. You are my inspiration. You are my brother. You are my best friend. Doing it for Daryl. You're doing it for everybody who watches this show. And I hope you guys have tears in your eyes because this is coming from my fucking heart. And excuse my language. I can talk to Kyle, and Kyle can talk to me, and Kyle's helped me out. I ain't afraid to shed a tear in front of anybody. Tonight, I feel a lot better that I've got this off. I'm just a guy. Guy went to walk. You guys jumped on. Save 22 is you guys. It's the Ericas, the Jims, the Brooks, the Kyles, the Shanes. I just had an idea. You guys ran with it. And I'm going to be here to watch you guys because he's my brother, Save 22, Hogs Helping Heroes. These organizations, we need people like you guys. It just takes an idea. It just takes one. Every time you're out in public, think about one. Just save one life. I've heard in the last couple weeks, you saved my life on more than one occasion. I don't know how to take that. I'm just a guy. I just wanted to walk. Well, I told you tonight's show wouldn't be very long, and I don't know how much more emotionally I can take tonight. Telling my story, going through this VA process, it really does dig down deep, and it pulls all the bad shit out. There wasn't just torment for that 6 months. There was others. But the good times outweigh the bad. This one bad night, you guys know about it now and why it happened. And it does say right there, homicidal and suicidal ideations. I'm not a violent person. I'm not going. I've thought about it, but it's not going to happen. I'm going to be here for a long time. You guys are the reason why I keep going. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine. Our flags unfurled to every breeze from dawn to setting sun. We have fought in every clime and place where we could take a gun. In the snow of far-off northern lands and in sunny tropic seas, you will find us always on the job, the United States Marines. Here's health to you and to our corps, which we are proud to serve. In many a strife we fought for life and never lost our nerve. If the Army and the Navy ever look on heaven's seas, they will find the streets are gone.